that like button, as it will greatly help push us through the analytics, and it'll help push this community so we can expand the reach here. Right now, as we can see, we've got a very, it looks like a down day in the markets. We've had the DXY push up here like we've been planning on to that 103 or close to that 103 spot 80 area. So we'll take a look at that. We got the DXY down over 300 points. We've got gold down about $29. Commodity stocks are rolling right now to the downside. So we'll take a look exactly what that is right after, exactly what's going on right after I timestamp this. And we'll try to do this in a 10 to 15 minute fashion. Midday market report only, not looking at crypto. I think we need to do our due diligence on the midday market reports and focus on that. And then tonight, when we do the daily lives, we'll get into crypto hot and heavy. If you're looking for some XRP, look at my video description or the video this morning. So good early afternoon, 1:53 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on this Tuesday, January 16th, 2024. I'm XRP Future Millionaire, and I reside in the great state of Michigan. Joshua, very well could be forming to 63 cents. Very well could. Do I stack more silver? Devin says, well, always a good time to stack silver. Gold silver ratio came down a little bit today. Not much, still up over 88 spot 43, but we'll work our way into that. So the Dow Jones is down 333 points or 0.89%. We know it was overextended. We know it was in our best interest to come down here to about 36,251. Now the line in the sand is where we're at right now at 37,274. If we hold that, we continue moving up. And as we can see in the shorter time frames, we've at least cleared off some of the relative strength. In the hourly, it's pushing back towards oversold. We're almost there, 45 minute, almost there, 30 minute. We're back into oversold. So we're going to start to have a opportune moment here if it wants to push out and can form a W reversal here. But right now, if it pulls down past that 37,274, it almost creates a head formation, and it benefits from coming all the way down to 37,000 or 36,251, then bouncing to 39,816. Although if you come down there, you could come back for a rejection right back where the support is right now. So that's something we have to pay attention to. The DXY is up 73 cents or 0.71% to 103 spot 403. This and the 10-year government bond going up should not be a surprise. We talked about this yesterday. When this goes up, the 10-year government bond will follow. We've been targeting this 103 spot 80, and now we're getting into extremely overbought here. We corrected a little bit while it was up here, but the 2 hours way in the overbought. 3 hourly, 4 hourly. You're going to see a little rhythm here now. This is exhausting itself. So at some point, this is going to have to reverse back down. I anticipate it to come up here to about that 103 spot 80, maybe a little bit higher than the 200-day, but not much farther after that. And this is going to completely reverse now. Once it gets to where it's going, we should give us a little bit of movement for crypto. It should give commodities a movement back up, but we talked about this yesterday. This doesn't necessarily mean that gold, commodities, crypto have to go down, but when the US dollar is pumping, it just makes things cheaper in relation to the US dollar. So it's not that the assets prices are getting cheaper, especially with commodities. It's just that the US dollar is being overinflated this morning. Any updates on your Uphold NFT? No, I don't have any on that, unfortunately, Joshua. Thank you for the $1.99 donation, but I have not heard anything from them. I've heard that we got our NFT, but I don't have my NFT, so we'll see. We'll see. I'll update everybody when I get mine. U.S. 10-year government bonds is up 3.21% or 13 cents to 4.08%. It's extended out here. Everybody should be aware of what was going to happen here, especially if you were here the last couple weeks. And yesterday, I even emphasized it, that when that U.S. dollar pumped, so will the 10-year. But we're starting to get into that overextended area here. You think it's a good price to buy more XRP, Tom, brother? I've been waiting for 42 cents. I can't tell you if it's a good buy. For me, it's not. I bought at 346. So a good buy for me is 20% below 346. This is the accumulation phase. So anywhere that you can pick it up in these areas, if you haven't held it yet, you have to, let's say you have $10,000. If you put in, let's say $2,000 right now, every 20% down, you got to put in another $2,000. Or if you're putting in $5,000, you buy it now, and every 20% down, let's say you use $1,500, you got to have $1,500. That's how I do it. Now, unless you find your grand scheme, your grand scale buy, but that's basically how it goes. And I don't know, I keep getting flare airdrops as well. I got another 600 flare today. I didn't even know. He just sent me 600 flare. I got like 700 or 800 flare about a month ago. So I don't know if Uphold was doing something, but this morning my account had credited 600 and something flare, which was nice. So I bought 10,000 flare, but now it's almost 12,000 between what they've dropped in there. So that's pretty cool to see. We've got, like I said, the 10 years running way high. It's running way up. So the 10 year is going to exhaust itself after today. It's probably going to come up to like that 4.2% though. So don't be surprised if you see it run up another 12 basis points. U.S. crude oil is down 0.34% or 34 cents or 0.46%. Me too, JW. I didn't even know we were supposed to be getting them, but it always, I mean, it's just repetitive now. It just, every couple months, it just drops a few in there. It's awesome. But we're looking at this at $72.12, the BTI price in US dollars. And it came down to the first support here. If it holds this support, it could rally back up. But if we're looking honestly, it looks like it could probably break right through this and come down to bottom support. We drew this two different ways so that we had this little channel that it was formed, but then also we know the uptrending support that it's at about $69.90. But we could be starting some kind of uptrend here, so we need to see if it bounces here, if it continues going down. Right now, it has a lot of room to go down as well, especially when you just look at this logically. So if it gets a rejection here, it obviously can come farther down, and I would not be surprised. And that's a reversal candle in the daily. So we'll see. We'll see, because it definitely has a lot of room to move up here as well. So if the U.S. dollar comes down after this move to 103.80, I expect to see this WTI crude up at 75.60. If the DXY goes past 103.80 and for some reason goes parabolic to 108 or something, well, yeah, we can certainly see a bigger reversal. Silver is down 1.38% or 31 cents to 22.88. I thank everybody for tuning in, and please make sure to hit that like button if you are tuning in. We've got about an average audience today. I don't expect anything special in the community today just because everything's down. It takes a lot of dedication to come in here when everything is down. Believe me. Daily time frame, still trying to push past here on silver. It looks like we're probably more than likely, if we continue this rotation, more than likely going to come down farther, but at some point this is going to have to correct back up, and it looks like it might do it in the short term, back up to 23.74. But if we do continue moving down, if we just look at the 2 hourly, gives us a pretty clear picture here. If we keep moving down, we'll come down to the support at 22.12. It's just we are clearing out very quickly with the relative strength here. So at some point here, if it does have one more leg down, it would be very beneficial, as we've talked about. And it's not a big leg. It's only about 60, 70 cents more, but it will be very beneficial for a rebound, of a very violent rebound we could have here very shortly. Gold down 28.50 at 2025 at 1.39% down. Anybody who's watches does not see this as a surprise. This is what we wanted. We wanted to get that continuation dump so that we could clear out the relative strength and have a continuation up. We're still within a pattern formation here. We do have an uptrend that's starting within the formation, and it's not much different than what we showed on the other charts as well. I mean, you have this uptrend starting, and we're going to see if this breaks. If this breaks, we come down to 1930. If this holds, we're going to make a quick rebound back up to about 2100. Very volatile, but this is going to be in the oversold now. So if you're expecting this to break down, we are extremely oversold from here. So it's going to be very difficult for this to continue breaking down. So we've come down to support, basically, and now it's our job, our opportunity here. If it does hold the support, let's just say it holds 2019, you're looking at about a 4% rally back to the top side. So that's what I'm anticipating. B2 gold down 11 cents at $3, holding on to that $3 handle. It's got a little more room to dump. If we're looking at this logically with like the gold price, this theoretically could dump a little bit more. Hourly's not oversold. 45-minute is just coming down into that range. 30-minute, it's making its decision right now if it wants to go any farther or make a reversal. So we're going to find out here very quickly if this is going to come down and make another hit on this formation. We can see the downtrending formation that started. I tend to think it's more like this. See, it's giving us that evidence kind of like that. I like that downtrending support. So it's basically up to us. Do we hold this downtrending support here, or does B2 gold come below $2.97? It looks like with the way gold is going, this looks like again, we've talked about these a lot, but it looks like we're having a broadening wedge here again, and this time in gold. So, I mean, B2 gold. So as long as it holds 297, this is going to have a violent bounce back up to like 317, and then we'll decide. So we're in a very tiered setup here with B2 gold, but it does have room, a lot of room to run up right now in the shorter time frame. So we'll see if it comes down and finishes the correction to 297, and then it finally reverses. Gold silver ratio, and then we'll get out of here with Fortuna Silver Mines at 88.45, down 0.023 cents or 0.03%. I would say a continuation of the downside for the gold silver ratio, especially if gold and silver has a reversal back up. We've gotten rejected at that 90 level a couple times, and now if the 200-day breaks here at, what is that, 88.35, that's when we know we can come down to the 2-hourly. We've already come down below. So I think a run down to 87.44 to see how bullish or bearish we are here. I think that's what's going on. And then with Fortuna Silver Mines, last but not least, as I think this was a perfect midday market report. 11 minutes so far. This will be a perfect less than 15 minutes, exactly how I like to keep it. We don't have any extended news to talk about, so it's not like we have to go deep in this. Fortuna Silver Mines is down 14 cents or 3.68% to $3.66. It would be very beneficial for Fortuna to come down to $3.17 area and bounce off of there. It'd clear out the relative strength, and we'd be able to have a very big breakout there. We have a bearish cross in the 4-hourly, which could be speaking to a further move down. And then if we lose $3.44, that's how you get down to that $3.17 area. I'm XRP Future Millionaire. If you got anything out of this midday market report, please make sure to hit that like button and share this on social media. Subscribe to the channel and join the over 19,600 subscribers. And other than that, if you're looking to trade XRP, your favorite crypto, that's in the video description below. Watch out for these opportune moments. Even in PAXG, if we look at this, PAXG cleared out a lot of the relative strength here today. It continues to clear out hourlies and extreme oversold, and now it's trying to reverse. Looks like a mini bull flag here, and if that's the case, even on rejection, we should come back up to 2046. But we'll see. We'll see. We're in oversold in the smaller time frames, and it's very, very obvious here. Have a blessed